Hello guys, my name is Alex, and in 4 years I would have had a degree if I decided that I want to go to college or university, how you call it here in Europe. But I simply decided that it's not right for me and it's not the best use of my time and energy at this point in my life. Now, I come from a family where both of my parents went to college and they see this as the only reasonable way of getting where you want in life. And is it arrogant for me to make this decision despite what my family thinks? Well, I think it's not. And today I'm gonna share with you guys why I think so. First of all, I want to mention that if you enjoy going to college, or you think that's the right thing for you, or you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, there are people who find college appropriate and that's what they really need. Now, college is right for some people. If you are looking at college as a potential investment in your education, I think there are better alternatives. My first reason why I decided not to go to college, it's because of the internet. If you essentially have got a device that can connect to the internet, you've got access to all the human knowledge out there. That's the amazing power of internet. It's democratized information. So the question now becomes, how self-disciplined are you? How much energy and effort are you willing to put to dive in deep into a topic that interests you? There are articles, courses, videos, books, forums, or anything right now on the internet. You can find anything you want, and that's how I learned to edit my YouTube videos first of all, or learned other skills that I was interested in. And nobody helped me or nobody gave me lessons. I just dive into the information that you can find online, and it's a huge variety. Now, don't get me wrong, I finished college in the UK, so essentially A-levels pre-university courses on something that interested me, and I can't tell you how many times a teacher just gave us the information or pages or paragraphs that we had to read and work out ourselves. The information were in the textbook that we had to buy for taking the class, or it was given to us. Why an individual can just buy a textbook with a certain topic he is interested in and just absorb all the text and information on their own? I am not saying that all teachers are like that or all classes are like that, but it illustrates the point. And the point here is that with a little bit of self-ownership and effort, you can learn any information you want. I can't tell how many online courses, information, articles, and everything I went through since I decided not to go to university. And I can tell for sure there are absolutely huge amounts out there that you can freely use without paying a cent. I've discovered so many options and so many opportunities that you can pursue if your choice is simply not to go to college and not spend for the next 4 years of your time paying debt and not that much enjoying it at some point. Many people that I know from universities and colleges that I've met or I've known have told me that there are a lot of times when they were made to take classes that they didn't find useful or didn't like or didn't need, but they just were in the curriculum, so they had to take them, but it haven't helped them and haven't done anything with what they're aiming for or what's the point of their course overall. Not only this is a waste of your time and energy, but it doesn't seem like the formula for success in any career. We live in a specialized world, and it's way better to be really good at one thing rather than being okay-ish at 4 or 5 or multiple things. Okay, so the second reason why I decided not to go to university, and because it made a lot of sense to me, is because the stakes are a lot lower in terms of I can fail in a lot of multiple things and the consequences are not gonna be even near that big as if I would go to university. The average student after 4 years of university has a depth of 30 £25,000 in student loan. And basically what does it mean is, as long as I keep my net worth at zero, I'm way ahead of a curve, like not even making any money at all. And also, not having debt offers me something else, which is the peace of mind. I can make all sorts of mistakes, you know, a young adult, and not suffer at all, and not feeling like I'm digging myself a hole that at the end I won't be able to get out of. It gives me the time to figure things out and not worry about the depth of the thing that I have to give my debt back, or I have to go into my career straight away, even if maybe I've been learning for 4 years and I'm not that happy about it. The counter argument here is that a degree is worth something. And obviously it's worth something, but it's definitely not worth as much as you pay for it. And on top of that, 4 years of your life, 30 to 40,000 pounds in debt, and not a definite job afterwards, because 50% of the students who graduate don't have a job straight away, or go into masters, which is another 2 years. Okay, so let's create a scenario here. Let's say you go to university and you spend 20,000 yearly on university for 4 years. Let's think, as a young, healthy adult, in a year, how much can you do with £20,000 in your bank account and a little bit of discipline? Instead of going to university to learn Spanish or be a Spanish teacher, let's say you spend those money going to Ecuador or Argentina or Spain, and you learn the language more intimately with the people, culture and everything all together, and you get a life-changing experience on top of that, and a cultural experience. Spend less more money, have much more out of that, and learn the language on a significantly better level. Okay, so let's have another scenario here. Instead of studying business for 4 years at university, spending £20,000 per year, you could easily start your business, your own company, for 4 times and have the luxury to fail 3 out of those 4 times, and 1 can be your success. And again, it's my own opinion, and I don't judge people who go to university, but if you're not sure what you want to do, and you're not sure you like a certain profession that you want to go to university to, it's way easier to try it out in a small way and not spend any money, and then realize what is good and what is bad for you, and at the same time put yourself in a vulnerable position, which nobody wants to be in. For a while, you know, I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer and have my own clothes company. But you know what? It turned out I don't. And you know what? It cost me 0 cents to try it out. And I understood that's not for me. That's not what I want to do on a day-to-day basis. And you know what else I figured out? You can learn and get paid for it. Yes, get paid for it. So basically, you can be a PA, which is a personal assistant in any industry, with just some basic skills and no previous experience or any sort of degree. And you can choose any industry you want that you are potentially interested in. You get paid for it, and you're assisting people who already are doing that, and you see how it works. You know, I've been an assistant for a manager, yeah, at a food company. And I realized, you know, in childhood, I sort of like management and all of that, and managing a restaurant or something like that. But I shortly realized that it's not good for me. So, and you know, I realized what I like, what I didn't. So I liked a bit of accounting. I didn't like you know, the managing process, and that sort of gave me an idea, and I learned a lot of stuff, a lot of new terms, and a lot of things that I had no idea about, and I get paid for it. You can do the same thing in the industry you are interested in, get paid for it, and not spend any money, and then realizing you want to pursue that career or you don't. There is another advantage here, and that's the career momentum. if you are lucky enough to graduate and straight away go into a fulfilling job that you would love, I demand you. But it's not usually the case. It's not how it works. Just because you've got a title, it doesn't mean that the world owns you anything, and at first it's going to be harder to get paid as much as you want or actually find a job where you're happy. And it takes time, hustling and patience for that. I'm not telling you if you don't go to college you find a job straight away. No, but you've got the chance of trying out things and understanding if that's the job you want to pursue for a career or it's not really. And also in this sense, I just wanted to add that because I give myself time to figure things out, to sort of go for my gut feeling, understand how I like to work, where I like to work, when I like to work, and what sort of things I enjoy doing. I feel like I've got this head start because while all of my friends are going to university, I will be doing what they will be doing after they graduate. The argument that college is good for networking, meeting new people, meeting like-minded people, that's a valid one. I'm considering that one. But it doesn't mean that once you don't go there, meeting people is cancelled, or you can't possibly do that out of college, or you don't meet people after you graduate college. It actually is a possibility as well, and a sort of valid one if you find the job you like and you find like-minded people. I personally found that going to events, inviting people for coffee, or working in different companies like industries, it's an amazing way of expanding your network and meeting new interesting people in individuals with different backgrounds. Well, and ultimately I found out through research that college and university doesn't really prepare you for the real world. And the point of this video is not to shame anyone or make anyone feel bad about their decision. It's just I'm sharing my point of view about all this thing because we are in the informational era and there's different life now, different rules and different everything. The biggest companies in the world don't need specifically a degree for taking you like Amazon or Google and show you how I'm seeing things, because that's the point of college, isn't it? It's intellectual diversity. And just because everyone else is doing something, it doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing. Okay, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, drop me a like, a subscribe and a comment down below on things that you think are relevant or irrelevant of what I've just said, and hope you have a lovely end of your day. Peace.